Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me this time today. And my name is Sebastian Herscher, and I'm a computer science PhD at NYU. You might be wondering, why is a computer science PhD at NYU talking at TEDxBroadway? And we're going to get there. So I want to start by asking a question. How many of you wanted to live in or be part of your favorite play or musical? I'm assuming pretty much everyone. That's why we're here today. That's why Broadway exists. All that fun stuff. Well, I also wanted to live in and be part of the amazing musicals and plays that exist. I actually got hooked on theater at a very young age when my mom took me to see Lion King when it toured to San Jose, California. You see, I didn't grow up anywhere on or near Broadway. Quite the opposite, really. I grew up in Silicon Valley, biking around the Google and Apple campuses and being a fly on the wall while my mom was taking phone meetings as a tech executive. She and I actually had a deal that every time she swore during one of those meetings, I got $1. After the first bubble crash, I was rolling in it. It was great! But almost in spite of this, theater has been a major driving force in my life for as long as I can remember. I spent a majority of my teenage years building sets and performing on them. I actually classically trained in opera. This is me as underling in The Drowsy Chaperone, the one non-dancing role, and me performing my senior recital. And it kind of made sense that when I applied to colleges, I'd end up here at NYU. I actually wanted nothing to do with computer science until I took a course at the behest of my parents, and it was all over, and I ended up here in a PhD program for it. I found out that I really liked it. It worked with how my mind works, and when I found computer graphics and virtual reality, I started realizing that I could build the worlds that I'd always want to live and be part of. So on that note, how many people here know what VR means? That's great. Good. How many of you have worn a VR headset? That's more than I expected, which is good. So for those of you that don't know or haven't, VR is where we can fully simulate a world when someone puts on the headset. So we can completely take away the physical world and put someone into an amazing virtual world and tell them an amazing story. There's been some phenomenal studios that have told some awesome and diverse stories that have gone on to Sundance and the Emmys and actually won a Special Academy Award for amazing storytelling. But a side effect of technological limitations and a laser focus on the at-home market has made a lot of these stories end up for an audience of one at a time. People are being taken to these amazing worlds, but they're being taken there alone. The side effect of this is FOMO, long lines, people not getting to experience these worlds or having to wait 2-3 hours to go. And when they do end up wearing the headset, the friends and family that they've come with end up feeling like this. This is not... This is my favorite. This is how I explain VR, and this is the rule, not the exception. So right now, we're kind of stuck in this mode in VR of being in the age of the kinetoscope, with everyone kind of putting their head in the sand. In reality, we want to be in the age of the projector, with everyone sharing experiences together. And we need to undergo a fundamental paradigm shift in order to get there, and it starts with how we're making the content. A majority of the way that people have been making content in VR right now has been looked through the lens of filmmaking. Filmmakers have jumped into the medium, with even Jon Favreau and Steven Spielberg dipping their toes in. A side effect of this is a lot of the experiences are being built as if they're films. But when you think about when you're watching a film and you're watching something in virtual reality, there's a fundamental difference. Virtual reality removes the concept of a frame and shot, and it reintroduces the use of space and depth. It's kind of funny how one of the oldest and most important mediums in the history of humanity, theater, knows how to use space and depth and knows how to train actors and performers for it very, very well. And it's not just the ability for those actors to use space and depth on stage, it's the audience experience, coming with your friends and family and experiencing stories together with the audience at large that actually drives and deepens those experiences and the effect it has on our lives. Communal storytelling is a key part of the human condition. It's how we communicate, it's how we share lessons, and it's how we fall in love, and it's how we rally together. So, in 2017, my colleagues and I decided to go against the norm and build a VR experience for a large audience. We teamed up with a theater director and set designer, and we built an experience called Cave. Cave is a 6-minute virtual reality short in which dozens of audience members experience a heartwarming coming-of-age story together. We wanted to not only tap into the aspects of virtual reality that are unique, but we also wanted to tell the story in the form of the simplest audience experience, just a story being told around a campfire. I pushed up my glasses and coded together a system that allowed every single audience member to be in the virtual world together. And not only that, be part of a live virtual audience so that they could see and hear each other and share the experience together fully in the virtual world. We brought Cave to a conference, a computer graphics conference in 2018 called Siggraph. And over the course of 4 days, over 2,000 people at the conference got to see it in groups of 30 at a time. And what was really awesome about it is the audience acted just like an audience you'd expect in a theater like this. People held hands, they whispered to each other, they laughed, there were gasps, all those moments of intimacy and connection that are normal in these kind of shared audience experiences. It was really, really awesome to put on, and it really helped us as VR creators, understand that the audience is just as important as the content that we're showing. So that's actually why I'm standing in front of you here today. I'm not here to tell you that theater needs tech or theater needs VR or any of that. Quite the opposite. We are lucky to be at the beginning taking off point of this immersive new medium. And it's critical that we get it right, that we go with human nature, not against it. Communal storytelling has been around as long as we've been around. It's in our DNA. And as long as VR storytelling remains antisocial and isolating, it's never going to reach its full potential. So I'm here to talk to you and ask you, as the people that know and love the craft of the stage, to tell you that VR needs you. We need the set designers, the producers, the actors, the directors, the people that know how to tell these amazing shared stories. And I'm also here to say, don't be intimidated by the technology. Be up for trying on a headset, and to just start imagining the amazing worlds that you could start building for the audiences to share together. Thank you.